Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Welcome to Drinking Bros, kids. These Sunday night shows are fun. These are fucking weird, dude. We get a weird guy in the studio today.
Very strange.
It's very strange. Blake Weber's here. How are you, Blake?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm fucking rad.
Yeah?
I feel real positive today.
Really?
HIV positive, yeah.
Is that unusual for him to feel so positive?
Not HIV, no.
No, not HIV. Well, once. I had AIDS for, 45 days at one time?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was in the hospital with AIDS for 45 days.
How'd you get rid of it?
Just being rich. If you're rich, you can beat AIDS.
That's true.
I'm kidding. I'm not rich. But, I got strangely drunk last night. I want to bring this up here.
Okay.
We have these 8% seltzers, these hard AFs, right?
Yeah.
But they don't kick in until later on down the road, where you're just like, oh, now I'm super fucked up and I don't remember anything.
It's extended release.
It is.
Okay.
And so, case in point, last night, this is how I took my kid to a concert.
Okay.
Came home, had a few. Was trying to catch up on the games that I had missed because we host a sports show, whatever.
Gotcha.
Don't remember. Lights Out was after that. After three of these goddamn things.
What
And
concert? What concert?
Dave Matthews. I was taking my child. So
DMB.
it was at Moody Center, and it's child friendly, if you will.
Yeah.
So I get home. Here's how blackout I was at one point. Jared calls me, our other co-host, and he calls and he goes, "Hey, dude, I'm with Gary Busey right now."
Whoa, that's a random phone call to get.
100%. But if you're going back in the catalog of this show, it was his dream to do a commercial shoot with Gary Busey.
Okay. Yeah, when I was the VP of marketing over there, we had a plan to hire Busey to be our chief scientist.
Yes.
And we were just going to make commercials about how we were building a rocket and all this other shit. It was going to be really dumb.
What a marketing ploy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this went on for years on this show. It was like a running joke on the show forever. And he texted me these photos last night, and I'm like, no fucking way. He's with Busey. And they're doing the commercial, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And so he called me today, and he goes, hey, man, how crazy was that? Is that nuts or whatever? And I was like, what?
What was nuts?
What was nuts? And he goes, Busey. I've got these crazy stories about Busey. And I was like, how? And he goes, dude, you responded to the text messages after and I was like, I did? I was like, I don't remember any of that. So I had to have a full conversation with him again, as if it was the first time. And this just happened last night. And I was like, oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
My boy got tore up.
It's a little bit.
A little bit tore up.
To the point where it's like, I'll probably need a 4 p.m. shot of tequila today.
Okay.
To kind of even out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that you can blame just alcohol on that. What else were you imbibing?
Ooh,
that sounds like a Xanax kind of situation.
No, it was not. It was. I did have a diet smoke gummy when I got back. Which I'm a huge fan of those.
What milligrams?
10. I'm a lightweight
Same.
with weed.
I don't fucks with especially edibles.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
I
am a heavy smoker, but edibles get right on top of me. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I'll dab and go to the gym, but I will not touch edibles really.
Yeah, it's too much. So there's this one company that made these 10 milligram ones, and they're all the same. I've never had any of them the same because usually Dan and I will go. Do live shows in LA or Vegas or something like that, and then we'll bring back literally one full suitcase full of edibles.
Yep.
With shit. But the problem is it's hot underneath the planes, especially in Vegas and LA.
Oh yeah.
They'll melt and they're uneven. So that THC will soak up in one. I don't know if you've had a bag of edibles where you're just like, all right, man, this one seems light.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's others that seem like, whoa, this is 4 in 1, and I'm just blotto at this point. So I'm like, it's too much.
No, it's a no from me, dog, on the edibles for the most part.
Same. So I had a couple of those hard AF seltzers, and then one of those, and I was gone. But the reason I'm telling you the story, Jared is going to come on the show. He's got, I think he said 4 hours of footage of Gary Busey, and
wow.
He called him into the Best Western to meet with him beforehand. I'll let him tell the story, but just know it actually did go down, and this is coming out soon.
Wow.
And he's going to come on the show to talk about it and show some of the behind-the-scenes footage, because it's nuts. I did a movie with him 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a horrific experience.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because of him, or
yes,
just because the production
him.
in
The
general?
production was great.
Okay.
And I enjoyed everybody on that and everybody behind the scenes, and it was awesome. And then there was this 4-day stretch where we had to work with Busey, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Was he just like a diva, or was he just like not like?
Yes.
So he wasn't. Wow,
Both.
I hate that.
And then he locked the wardrobe chick in his mansion. He had at that point he had a mansion. I don't know if he still does. In Malibu, she was stuck in there for like 8 hours, and there was no cell service out in Malibu.
How can you get locked inside the house?
So same thing that happened to Azalea Banks with Musk, where she got locked inside that house, where it was just like, it was so big, and he kind of just kept leading her around to different places and shit like that. And she was like, she came back visibly upset, and she was like, I'm not going back there again.
A mouse can navigate through a maze just because there's a piece of cheese over there, right?
Right.
I feel like a human being, like, if you can't figure out how to get out of something, you belong there. You should be forced to stay there forever.
You're like, I live here now.
Yeah.
This is my domain.
Like, I wouldn't even, maybe she's like me, I would not try very hard.
Yeah.
Especially if the place is super nice like that.
You're like, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, or you just go take a dump in his bed and then
Oh.
you can,
yeah.
you can clean. It's in California, I would assume.
You're gonna herd the bed?
Like, you got the squatters' rights in California are insane.
Oh yeah, they're insane.
Yeah.
Like, you can do pretty much whatever you want out there.
Literally.
But I think I've told this story once. I'll tell it real quick. There was this one scene where we were at a bar. It was like an office party, and Gary's like, I don't drink, and I was like, all right, cool, man. Every one of these bottles you see behind you, and there was close to 80.
Okay.
They were like, all of these are fake. They're dummy bottles. They are just filled with water, or if it was a whiskey bottle, it was filled with like Coke, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, cool. And they were like, the only one that's full, and we're going to put this at the very top, was a bottle of Tanqueray. And everybody knows what that is. It's a bright green bottle, and it's like, all right, it's easily identifiable. And they were like, that is the only one, because they had to borrow it from next door, and they had to bring it back or whatever. And they were like, it's the only bottle, but it's sealed.
Yep.
It is not, the cap is locked on there. You're good to go. We do the scene, first scene of the day. And he goes, oh, yeah, welcome to the party or whatever. And he's like, let me pour you a drink. And so he turns around, grabs the Tanqueray bottle, which is on the top. You could tell that he did it on purpose. Because he claimed he was sober. And downs, I mean, no lie, half the fucking bottle of Tanqueray on the first take on that day. And they had to he was so fucked up, they had to shut down production the rest of the day and then close down for 3 days. And then he starts blaming production that, they forced him to get drunk and all this other shit. Like, it was a nightmare.
God.
So I gave Jared the heads up. And my conversation with him today was, hey, dude, will you tell the stories, like the real stories? And he goes, oh, yeah.
Ooh, so there's going to be some juicy nuggets, huh?
Some, like, 4 real ones. And I was like, holy shit. And he goes,
Jesus.
yeah. Just let the commercial come out first, and then we'll get into it. And I was like,
wow.
All right.
Wow.
You've got like 1.7 million Instagram followers and a bunch of YouTube, all that other shit. Have you ever worked with somebody in any of these sketches or anything that you do that you were just like, this is a fucking nightmare, I want out of here?
I have actually. I did a Tiesto music video last year.
Oh, wow.
In Vegas? Did you in Vegas?
I actually did. So I technically did 3 Tiesto music videos, but this one in particular was actually filmed in Los Angeles. It was for his single called "The Motto," and it was with.
Oh yeah, that's a big song.
Yeah, it's huge. And that particular one is with this other artist, Ava Max. And she was incredibly difficult to work with. Like,
Ava Max sounds like a porn name.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
No, it was funny too because we were slated to shoot from like noon to 8. Like, it was an 8-hour day, and she doesn't even get on set till like 3 p.m. Like, she's 3 hours late. And the first scene is I'm a bellhop and I'm pushing her around in a bell cart, and so they had to like rig it was an Alexa Ari, like the camera was a big fucking camera, and so the rig took like 45 minutes to build.
Would they put it on a slider or something, or they built a rig from like?
They built it. They built it right onto the cart. So the idea is that she sits down. And it's like right. The camera's like in her face, and I'm behind just pushing the thing. She sits down immediately and looks at the screen. She's like, okay, is there a way that we can like adjust the camera so that I look better? And like, that was the first thing she said as soon as she got on set. She didn't like introduce herself to anybody. And the director was like, well, we're already 3 hours late and this is a really difficult rig to build. Maybe we can adjust your seating. And so it takes like 15 minutes to get her even happy with how she looks. in the shot to start, and then we started 30 minutes later because her performance was not on point in terms of like she wasn't hitting her words. And then on top of that, it would take another 15, 20 minutes for each take that she did because she would get the performance, but then she wouldn't like her face. So every single shot, and she was in every frame of the music video. Mm-hmm. I mean, it went on. It was like a 13-hour shoot. We didn't leave until like 2 a.m, something like that. And it was just like, it was brutal all day. And everyone was just like, what the fuck is her? Even the director was like, I've worked with Nicki Minaj, and this person is way worse. It was just awful. Just it'd be one thing like if she was in there nailing her performances, but just like wanted to get extra footage, whatever it was. But it was the fact that she couldn't nail her performance, and then didn't like her face, and then didn't get the concept of the video, and was like arguing with the director over nothing. And this guy has billions of views on all his videos. This guy, he's the guy right now.
Yeah,
and he's great.
What's his name?
Christian Breslauer.
Okay.
Yeah, he did that one music video with what's his name?
You don't remember the production company, do you?
Yeah, Lucky Bastards.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah, they're top tier, dude.
Yeah, them, London Alley. Those are the two top ones out there. And I'm surprised with somebody who's not that famous to put up with that shit.
Oh my God, it was crazy. And even like Tiesto came to set when he came to set 3 hours late because he knew the delay, and he gets there and he's just like standing around like, this is ridiculous. What is going on? I do not like this. And he's like the chillest, nicest guy ever. And man, yeah, so I just hate diva behavior. There's no reason for it ever. No one is anybody. We're all fucking disgusting creatures. No one deserves to act like that. It really bothers me. So I hate hearing that about people.
Yeah. It's nuts, dude. It's nuts.
Terrible.
Now, the Busey shit will be hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's good content.
He's got kind of an excuse. Right.
He drank half a bottle of Tanqueray.
No, I mean, like a third of his brain is.
That too.
Bad motorcycle accident.
Yeah,
and it's apparently the part that keeps you from being a cunt all the time.
Oof.
Yeah.
What an excuse that is.
I can't tell if he's got a glass eye.
Sorry, I've got cunt brain.
Yeah, no, I'm a cunt. I got a bad accident, so fuck you. Give me my chicken fingers.
Yeah, but it's strange, man.
It's funny you said chicken fingers, because I've been thinking lately, how rude can I be to a Chick-fil-A employee before they'll be rude back to me?
Boy, that's a great.
That's an interesting concept.
Like, I think we need to start sending people in to these places undercover.
Oh shit! Did I tell you do you remember the one in Wilmington, North Carolina?
Which one?
The Chick-fil-A by across from the mall.
Yeah.
We always used to go there. Remember the black guy who was like the nicest guy in the world?
Yeah.
I took his I was like, do you have a card or something? I'd love to hire you.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen a more polite human being. And I was like, it would be awesome to have you.
But he was probably only like 16 years old.
He was. Well, and I think he was at the time. Yeah. And I was like, I'd love to work with you. Like, you're just the nicest human being of all time. It would be great to have you around the office.
Yeah.
And so he said he was in this church group. With his family, and they sing and do everything else. And he goes, honestly, I love my job here at Chick-fil-A, and it's amazing. They started running these commercials with employees in it.
And he's in
him.
it. Oh,
it's him.
Of course.
From North Carolina. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah, I saw it, and I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God.
It would be funny for one of those little church kids to show up and work here, though, for a day. that might be an experience a little above and beyond what they're ready for.
So here's the other part of this. So the next time I go, he gives me a CD, and he's like, maybe you could play this on your show. And I was like, oh boy, I don't know that you know what we do, because it's awful, and we're horrific human beings.
Did you listen to it?
I did, and it's gospel. Like, it's gospel music. It's not necessarily my jam. Like, the only gospel I've turned on voluntarily was
Amy Grant.
No, Kanye.
Kanye, the new Kanye.
The new Kanye.
The new old Kanye. The old new Kanye.
The one before Donda.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one I voluntarily. Usually I'm in the car and I get tricked by Christian music. Because I'll still go through like old school radio on like long drives occasionally just to see what's out there.
And something will come on.
And you're rocking out to it, and then all of a sudden it's like,
you think it's
and then Jesus shared his, and I'm like, fuck
He's
you,
got
dude.
a higher purpose. And you're like, oh, that's a Jesus song.
And then I got to turn.
God damn it.
Damn it, I turn the radio real fast.
You think it's like Bryan Adams or something, and all of a sudden they're talking about Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah. And
Although Bryan Adams, South Park did this. If you just switch out the words that he would refer to his woman as, like baby or lover or whatever the fuck, right? And just put Jesus in that place. South Park did this. Like, really, they took real songs and just replaced the words. When Cartman wanted to start that Christian rock band, that was really funny.
That is. That's a classic. Works. That's an old school episode.
Yeah. The only one that got me in the long run forever was Creed.
Oh, yeah. Creed.
Can you take me higher?
Is that song about Jesus?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, and I didn't know.
Me neither.
All these years, man, I was...
Yeah, look it up, dude. Take me higher.
I'm having sex to Creed, and then all of a sudden, boom, dude.
Did you know
Christian band.
they fucking played the Super Bowl in either 96 or 97? Creed.
Bob, look that up.
Look it up.
Creed played the Super Bowl?
Creed played the fucking Super Bowl.
Come on.
When I found that, because I...
Wasn't the Super Bowl.
What?
It was the Cowboys Thanksgiving game.
What?
Okay, pop that up. Is there a photo of Scott Stapp?
That's still one of the most watched sporting events of the year.
It is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we sure it wasn't the Super Bowl?
There it is, right there.
Yeah, because the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl in
Confirmed.
'97.
Wow.
So
Look
maybe
at
it was
him.
that year.
Look at Stapp, dude.
Yeah, he's like, you see these cheerleaders back here? I'm going to make my wife watch while I fuck them.
He's not even the best part of the entire act, though. It's the bald guy that comes down with like the drapes, and he's just flying. Rob, can you find that?
Is he supposed to be the devil or something?
No, he's an angel.
He's an angel, dude.
Yeah, he's an angel. He's into Christ.
Have you ever seen the actual depictions of what an angel, a biblical depiction of an angel actually looks like?
No.
Pull that up, dude.
Are they white?
Well, here he
No,
is.
it's horrifying.
This is an angel right here.
Oh,
well,
shit.
look at that angel.
Look at that guy.
That's almost as scary as the actual biblical representation that has been drawn.
Why does
Can you take me higher?
It's just some fucking skinhead
Yeah.
diving into the crowd.
Dude, wait till you see what an angel looks like. You're going to be like, ugh. Like, no wonder. It's terrifying.
He's a skinhead for Christ. So I think it's fine. I think that's... Look, if you're that aerodynamic, you got to shave up like that. I think he probably shaved it.
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah, he probably got
Let me see.
Right here.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Look at this.
What?
It's just wings and eyeballs.
It's
There's
a
no
wing
body.
and an eyeball, dude. That's the actual biblical description of what an angel looks like.
Well, there's
right
also a description on how to build a boat that would put every species alive on it, and it isn't that big. it's like a quarter the size of just a cruise ship.
there. Yeah, I believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't know.
They should have, Bible should have probably used more nebulous metrics for it.
They should use better math.
Yeah, or no math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just leave it up to interpretation.
Right? Just be like, use a shit ton of wood. Use a Jesus ton full of wood.
By the way, when you walked in, you announced yourself as Aristotle. Is that your real name?
Yes, that is my real name.
Okay.
Rap
Did
name.
you change it?
No, that's my birth given name.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like, hey, dude, I feel like I should be bigger than Blake, and I should go with like Aristotle.
No,
like,
it's literally the opposite. What happened was I started this Instagram account. Blake was a character. So Blake, essentially, when I first started the account, it went under the title Blake Vapes, and I just made fun of like people who vaped, and essentially it was just a parody account, and it got a bunch of hate follows in the beginning because people were like, look at this who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think he is? Because it kind of bordered that edge of like reality. Is this real? Is it not? And what ended up happening was it just started building such a following that, people just started knowing me as Blake. As the vape industry completely crumbled, I switched the name to just like a standard white person name. So Weber.
Name yourself after a grill and you'll be set.
Exactly, right?
Bob, pull up one of his vaping videos there on Blake Weber on Instagram.
Yeah, there's one in particular that went like super viral. That really, I think, was the one that really that's a fake account. You'd have to go on YouTube and just type in Blake Vapes. That you'll find something. But there's one that went like super viral on Instagram through Fuck Jerry, and basically that is where people were like, "Whoa, is this real or is this fake? We can't see it." Let's see if we identify it. There's one. fuck, I don't know. It's probably amidst a compilation.
What
of
happens
some
in
sort.
it?
But basically, I take a hit and I like blow the vape and I go, when I'm in this moment, I'm not thinking about the haters. It's just me and my dope ass clouds. And then this huge dubstep drop comes in, and it's just so stupid. It's just dumb. And at that moment, like my account kind of went a little bit viral. Started getting followers. That's the one with that one right there. When I'm in this moment, I'm not thinking about the haters. It's just me and my dope ass clouds. Hi, haters. Yeah, so that one like really like just popped off, and that was sort of the beginning of like this account or whatever. So many people started knowing me as Blake that I was like, well, there's no point in fighting this.
Sure.
So I was just like, that's my stage name now.
Yeah, Blake Weber.
Blake Weber.
That is a white man's name. That is Crocs.
Yeah.
While you're mowing the yard, like that is.
And it was obviously, it was meant to be a joke.
Sure.
But it's just hard to like try to cross brand and go from Blake Weber, be like, well, actually my real name is Aristotle Georgeson. And so I don't even try. I'm just like, yeah, Blake, that's fine.
Yeah, you're fine with Blake
And,
now.
and people can find it, really easy, and then they go to the page. And now, when you're auditioning for stuff, and even when you're being considered for, even to get like meetings and shit, they're like, "What's his following?" So now they go there and they'll be like, "Oh, he's got a decent following," blah blah blah. And then I tell them, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. Why didn't you go with Aristotle?" And it's like, well, because it's a whole fucking thing.
Dude, it's so interesting that the Hollywood model has shifted to what your following is now.
Yep.
Like, dude, they do it for books.
Yep.
They want the analytics, and that goes towards part of your advance and everything else. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of listeners that always hit me up with like, hey, dude, I'm writing this book. How do I get an agent? How do I get a thing? And I'm like, man, you have no social media following.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, they won't even touch you anymore.
Yep.
Because they want you to do all your own promotion.
Exactly.
So they don't want to do any of the work.
Yep.
And I feel terrible because I'll get these DMs from some listeners all the time, and they're like, hey, dude, I got this great book. And the idea sounds great, but then they have 300 followers. And I'm like,
yeah.
An agent will shoot you down, a manager will shoot you down, and a publisher won't even touch you at that level.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's sad because, I feel like so many people are so talented.
I know.
And, even like comedians, musicians, so many people are so talented and they just get held up in like their own self-promotion and marketing, or they don't know how to fucking, play with the algorithm now. Mm-hmm. And they just get left behind, and you're just like, wait, but this guy's the best. He's so fucking funny. And, they're so talented. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. The situation used to be that, there were talent scouts. Right? They were looking for people, for whom they could drag the talent out of them somehow.
Yeah.
And now it's like the market is so oversaturated, but only in that avenue. Like in independent media, it's actually way better because typically instead of 20 to 30% of your material landing with the entire audience, like 90% will land with this part, 20%, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's way higher. It's like 60 to 80% of your material lands with the audience because they came looking for you. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's better for advertisers too. Like it's been a slow,
because it's more niche.
Yeah, it's been a slow move, but over the last year or so, you'll see independent media CPMs going up to like from $20 to like $60 per 1,000 impressions.
I believe
you know
it.
What I mean, that's like a triple the normal rate because the data and analytics are so good now. They know that it's going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's technically better, but still there's nobody. It's not true that there's nobody, but there's not a whole lot of infrastructure to find these independent, talented artists who don't know how to market themselves.
Exactly. So it's kind of like one of those things where you have to like stumble upon it while looking for something else. And, that's difficult. So when you have like a following or whatever, it's a lot easier to build an independent, sort of like an independent lane. Which is something that I did over the pandemic with a few of my comic buddies in LA. We started a golf podcast because...
Oh, shit. Now
Yeah.
you're speaking a language,
Yeah.
son.
No.
We bet on golf every week.
Do you guys?
Oh, yeah.
That's so fun. Do you guys... Who'd you take last week?
So, well, I can get Delco. It's your time to shine. Go ahead and put the camera on yourself. You've earned it today. You've earned it.
Okay, I mean, you took Max Homa last week, so he won.
Wow.
Yeah, I took Max Homa last week. I won $4 grand last week.
Wow.
Yeah, but you didn't know his name until Delco said it.
No, I've bet on him twice this year, and he's He's won a bunch in the
He's
last
been in
2
the
years.
running.
Yeah.
If you bet him top 20 every time, you're going to win money.
Golf is very streaky. And
it is very streaky.
If you get on the right guy, you can look, Scotty Scheffler. I will not bet against him. I didn't this week either. Delco, tell everybody who you bet on today.
This week we're on Sebastian Munoz, who shot 12 under today.
12 under. He shot a 60.
That's like probably a course record.
Well, I don't know, maybe. But
It's an easy course.
Whoever wins this is going to be like 28 to 32 over or under.
It's
right?
going to be like 23, 24 under. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's halfway there on day one.
On day one.
Day one.
I love that, dude. He's great.
So
Who else is on your,
So I picked Joaquin Neiman this week, and then I can't go against Scheffler. So I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at right now. When we pre-taped this show for Sunday.
I'm on Johnny Vegas and Will Zalatoris.
Which one's the home guy?
Zalatoris. So Scheffler. I mean,
that's
every
right. Yeah,
PGA
Scheffler
Tour
is
player that is basically from Dallas.
Lives there.
well,
And
there's
we have a gambling advertiser. Shout out to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles your deposits. They have the best golf odds.
Nice.
So you can go top 20s, top 10s, all
Oh,
that shit.
that's cool.
And like he's a messiah of top 20s and all that other shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I only pick winners.
That a boy.
I don't.
No.
Gonna go with.
Fuck that.
with
Don't fuck
losers.
around. We don't fuck around with not winning at this house.
No.
Who
dude.
else is on the show?
So it's me, my buddy Jake Adams, Griff Pippin, and Mark Smalls, who's actually going to be here this weekend with me at the Vulcan Room. So that's,
Everybody's doing Vulcan, dude.
Yeah.
That's the jam these days. Rogan's up there a bunch all the time.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of shows coming up. But yeah, literally during quarantine in LA, because everything was literally shut down, the only thing to do was golf. And my buddy Jake had this opportunity to go on like this golf RV trip where we went around to a bunch of different courses, and we filmed a bunch of content. And I had never met Griff or Mark, and we just all had such this just crazy chemistry. So we decided to start a podcast during quarantine, and now it's become, I believe, like the number 4 or 5 golf podcast. We're going around.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Country Club Adjacent.
Okay.
And so we're going
a great
around.
name.
We get brought out to tournaments and shit, and we're all like within the 5 handicaps.
Yeah.
So we're all pretty good sticks, and it's been quite the random but exciting journey. But it takes me back to going down this an independent lane in a niche area, and it's grown into something that none of us could have ever predicted.
Well, you got to hook up with us at the Waste Management next year.
Cool.
It's
We'll be there.
Waste
Yeah.
Management is Friday or Thursday through Sunday, and then Sunday is the Super
Is
Bowl.
the Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl,
So we'll
yeah.
be at the
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yep.
Brian Urlacher is our co-host on
nice.
the NFL show, and he lives there.
And he loves to play golf too, so he'll
Yeah, he'll
That's
be there.
great.
he'll definitely.
We're
be
actually
there.
doing a golf event, June 20th in Nashville?
19th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also in
Nice.
September, right?
Yeah, and then
In
it's
September,
as well,
obviously, yeah.
Okay.
But this one's with John Daly.
Okay.
Have you guys had John Daly on the show?
We haven't had him on the show, but we've done content with him.
He's the fucking best.
He's got
I know.
all the stories.
the best.
I wasn't there the day that they were shooting with him, but the stories that they were telling me, like, he just his drink of choice on the golf course is just a handle of vodka.
Vodka, yeah.
Just straight out of the bottle.
and
It's real.
or a
Yeah.
styrofoam cup sometimes. If it's in public and he doesn't want to get in trouble, it's a styrofoam cup.
I mean, it's spectacular.
So when we started the day, he was in a General Lee cart.
Okay.
Him and Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
yeah, Kid Rock shows up in one of the original General Lees and gets out of it, goes to the clubhouse, and drives out in a General Lee golf.
correct.
Jesus.
Like, all right,
He's very on brand.
Just take it easy.
Yeah, wow.
Very
It's
on brand.
Very on brand. Was he
we-
wearing shoes?
No.
Okay.
John was
wasn't.
not, no,
John
he
was
never-
not.
John never
was
wears
not.
shoes.
So with him, because I was like, "Hey, I'm Ross. I'll be doing the interview with you on the ninth hole, whatever." Just want to introduce myself, and he goes, "Drinking Bros, right?" I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Man, why don't you have a sip of this?" He took the styrofoam cup out. It was all the way filled to the top, and it was clear. And I didn't know. I just took a huge gulp. It was straight vodka, warm.
Oh,
Not one cube of ice, not even a hint.
disgusting. How much do you have to
ice in
hate
there.
yourself for that to be your drink of choice?
Well, here's the crazier thing. There's a guy behind me. Can you see? Yeah, it's Ray Cashcare behind me, right there. Navy SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he answers the phone. Former Navy SEAL Ray Cashcare.
Wow.
He's fucking hilarious. But so we did the interview. By the time he got to us, that styrofoam cup was gone, and there was a 12-pack of Coors Light, and about 9 of them were gone from the 12.
Nice.
And he bets Ray $10,000.
No, it's Kid Rock bet John $10,000 that he could hit the ball out of Ray's mouth without hitting him.
Without hitting him.
Yeah.
And so he put a fucking tee in his mouth and did it. And that video went viral on like Barstool and
I've seen this video.
Yeah. That was us. We were there that day. And like, dude, because the crazier part was Ray didn't know how much John had drank at that point.
No.
Oh.
So, I mean, that was when that video took place.
Here's the shot if you want to see
it.
And
it's a perfect shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes 300 right down the center.
Effortless.
Of the fairway. It's crazy. But that was after a full 22-ounce warm cup of vodka and 9 Coors Lights.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Is he my grandma? Because that's what she drank. She drank a fucking 24-pack of Coors Lights every day.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. How old did she live to?
Not old. I think she was like 72 or something.
That's not bad.
She almost got there, but she was no longer with us for the last year.
The average lifespan for a female in America is like what, 81?
Something like that. It's something like that.
Yeah.
To be honest,
more than 77.
Those last 9 years suck anyways.
Yeah.
Like if you're boozing the whole time, that's the way to go out.
She skipped the back 9. She was just like, Mom, I'm good.
She's like, I'm chilling, guys.
But that's dope, man. Congratulations on the podcast.
Thank you.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it was birthed out of boredom and just sort of the love of the sport of golf. And
so do you pick winners every week of every single tournament?
It just depends. Mostly just the majors.
Oh, gotcha.
I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was close with what's his name, Cameron Scott on the. Or Cameron Smith at the. I always say Cameron Scott because Scotty Cameron. Cameron Smith at the Masters, but he got overtaken.
He did.
Mm-hmm. What a meltdown,
Scheffler
dude!
got him,
I was so mad. I was like sitting there, like, we can't let Scheffler win. Scheffler's face bothers me for some reason. I don't know why.
He looks old.
His face looks like, I don't know. Let's
old
pull
is
it up
he?
and let's see.
Yeah,
his face.
how old
He's super
is he?
young. He's very young.
I know he's like 25.
Yeah, he's too young to
Shut
have.
the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like 25 or 26.
He looks like he's 38.
There's
Every dude in Dallas, though.
He looks like everyone from Dallas.
Every dude from Dallas looks
He looks
exactly like Scotty
He
Scheffler.
looks like an older Tony Romo.
Like,
Holy shit.
you will see
How old is he?
26, I think.
26.
You will see 1,000 men like this in Dallas with the most beautiful blonde woman you've ever seen.
Literally.
It's almost like Utah with the Mormon ladies.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's something about his face, so I like immediately. I already didn't want him to win, and then he's going against my guy, and so I was like, "Fucking!" I wish he would have 7-putted on the 18th at the Masters.
He could have really.
I know he could have. I was thinking like after he 4-putted, I was like, just do one more, just for fun. Like, that's hilarious. If you miss the last one and just be like, whoopsie, like that's hilarious.
At the Masters, it would be brilliant.
Right? I would have done it.
I couldn't stop thinking when his wife was like walking at a brisk pace with the baby when he was about to knock in the last shot or whatever. I thought it would have been really funny. Like, well, I just couldn't stop thinking about what if she just walked up and fucking spiked the baby. Like, yeah, fuck that
Right on the
baby.
green. Yeah, right on the green, for sure. I'm going to say something, and I hope it's not offensive.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a new Weird Al Yankovic biopic out.
Yep.
And it kind of looks like you.
I know. I feel like I was gypped out of a role.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I didn't get called to audition or anything.
It's Harry Potter who's playing.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me.
That's not offensive at all.
Bob, pull up the picture of Weird Al Yankovic biopic.
One of the I think it was like E! News or something, posted pictures of it, and I got tagged in it like literally thousands of times. People were like, "Is that you, Blake Weber? Blake Weber, is that you? You look just. Is that you? You should have been. How come it's not Blake Weber? Is that Blake?" And I absolutely see it. Like, there's no.
Oh boy.
Like, if I fluff my hair just slightly. Hold on.
Holy shit, dude! And you need no makeup or anything for this.
Yeah.
Cut back to Blake.
Hey, I'm Al. How's it going?
You're already an actor, somebody that's written and delivered their own lines, and someone who, again, no offense, but could come at a much more reasonable price tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no,
I
would get that favored nations rate. You know what I'm saying? So that we're making a nice come up on that. But no, that's fucked up, dude. They never even thought to hit me up. Which is even more offensive than them literally. I would say they appropriated my look. He's a British man, and I'm an American.
I don't think
man.
any British actors should play Americans. You know,
it's
and vice versa.
Isn't that weird?
Vice versa.
Isn't that weird?
I thought it was weird when homegirl from Twilight played Princess Di. I was like, you have the best actors on the planet in Britain.
Wait,
why are you not?
Who played Princess Di?
What's her name?
It was
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
Stewart.
Stewart.
Really?
Yeah.
She's the worst actor of all
Bella.
time.
It was Bella from Twilight.
Yeah, dude. It was
She's
Bella from Twilight.
terrible.
She was nominated for an Oscar for the role, by the way.
Yeah.
She was great in Clouds of Santa Maria.
What the fuck is that, Giorgio?
Yeah, you need to fucking take that back right now.
Right now, take it back on
He
air.
literally just showed up to the producer desk, and that was what he came in with.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hot take right
Well,
there.
he came in with
God,
that and a
man.
cloud of smoke behind
Yeah,
him.
no.
Did anyone in here see that movie besides him?
No,
Which one?
He hasn't
Clouds
even
of Santa
seen it.
No,
Maria?
I've never even heard of it.
Me
until
neither.
Right now.
Like,
I didn't
look.
know that existed.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, before you got here, we were talking about the new Top Gun movie. So it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Okay.
The reviews are trickling in here. I've never seen a better reviewed movie, and I'm shocked.
I'm completely shocked.
Well, maybe it'll be our boy's time. Maybe he'll finally get some credit for it. Miles Teller's a buddy of ours.
Okay.
And he's
One of the best
always
in
in
the
these
biz.
badass
Yeah.
movies and gives great performances and gets nothing for it.
Damn.
yeah.
Like that one he did with
Bleed for This?
the boxer that
Bleed for
fucking
This.
broke his neck or
Yeah.
whatever. That's
Yeah.
a great
Okay.
fucking movie.
He's an incredible actor, and so when we went to his house, we were chatting about it. I don't know if it made the show or it was afterwards, whatever. But we were chatting. I was like, man, you should have won like fucking 2 Oscars at this point. And he goes, I just keep getting so unlucky with this shit. Like I don't understand
Wow.
because that boxing movie made like $4.
Yeah.
And then he did a military movie after that. That's what he was on the show promoting.
War
that day.
Dogs. Oh no, the
Long Walk Home
The
or
Long
whatever.
Walk,
That's
yeah.
it.
Okay.
That made like $4, and he's just like, this
He's
is
got to
such fucking
do
bullshit.
he's got to do action. Like the movies he was in that made the most money were the Divergent movies, right?
Yeah, but he's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's really
That's
good.
unnecessary. So
Whiplash did well.
Whiplash did.
That's true, yeah.
It did really well. Well, that's what launched him. That and Project X. But
But I feel like you do the jobs you have to until you can do the job you want to.
Yeah.
right? Like
yeah.
You do.
You get paid.
You do
Right.
2 paid
Yep.
jobs and then you do 1 that's for you, right?
so wait. Here's the crazier story. So we do the show. It's great and everything else. And I was like, what are you working on next? And he was talking about Top Gun. He's like, I'm playing Goose's kid. And I was like, holy shit. And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, maybe this will be my time, right?
And perhaps.
So here's what happened. They go down to Comic-Con and show the trailer. He's not in the trailer.
Oh, no.
He's the lead of the movie next to Tom Cruise, and he's not in the trailer. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. And I hit him up, and I was just like, hey, dude, what the fuck? And he goes, I don't know. And he goes, it was like test footage or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So then COVID hits, movie's done, and they delay the movie for 2.5 years.
Yep.
It is finally coming out now. It was supposed to come out last 4th of July, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and now it's Tom Cruise pushed it, to Memorial Day. And I can honestly say, looking back at it, Tom Cruise probably made the right decision.
Yeah.
Because their box office is back, movies are back.
Seemingly,
I take my kids all the time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's fucking sold out every weekend.
Wow.
But it's usually just Marvel movies.
Literally. And that's so sad that we are perpetuating that.
I know,
Like,
I
whether
know.
we like it or not, because independent cinema is like, I feel like so important, and it's like dying because data proves that we're not spending money on independent cinema.
No, and I just went to see Doctor Strange this weekend.
Okay.
Because you're just trying to find a movie that's out, right?
Yeah.
My kid wanted to see it.
Yep.
It's fucking terrible.
Is it?
Awful.
Wow.
Awful
I don't doubt it. Like, it's like these movies are getting so big that I feel like we can't produce it at the level that we could tell a story with something a little bit smaller. They're getting so big that the concept has to be so mind-blowing that at this point it's like, what else can we do?
Well, a typical script has an A, B, and C plot, right?
Yeah.
And there's some leeway there. If you're doing a series or it's part of a universe, there might be some other shit going on. But if you get beyond that, like there's no way to tell, even in 2.5 hours, right? I don't know how long this movie is, but it's probably long as shit. Even in that amount of time, we've seen films not be able to accomplish that.
Yeah, because it gets so convoluted, and you gotta make sure that everyone has their fucking story arc and shit.
That's
it was about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
That's why Apocalypse Now and what's the other one? Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
They're basically like 2 separate movies.
Yep.
Each one of them is like it's the movie and the sequel, but all in one thing.
Yeah,
that makes sense if there's a natural break in the middle. But this new Marvel movie, it's just like they're trying to cram as many characters and storylines as possible into one thing.
Yeah,
well,
because
I watched this interview with Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's a great actor. But he's in Doctor Strange like 9 times a year now.
Yep.
And I could tell in this interview they called him at the end of the press day where he was exhausted and tired of answering the questions.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he just doesn't care. Nor does he really want to do this shit.
Well, he's getting like 25 million.
Exactly.
So he doesn't give a shit.
And somebody was asking him about this one scene or whatever, and blah blah blah, and he was just like, I don't know. I'm on a green screen all day, like. You know, I don't because I don't even know what movie it is sometimes, and you're just like,
they're just like, here's lines.
Yeah, you're Doctor Strange. We're gonna go shoot this one.
Gwyneth Paltrow didn't know she was in Spider-Man.
Yes, and I understand. Wow. So like, if you ever see it in person, because I went down, a buddy of mine was doing one of the Transformer movies. He's like, hey, come down to set or whatever and hang. And I was like, I mean, are we doing drugs or something? Like, I don't really want to be,
I don't want to sit there.
And he goes, I go, are you not doing anything today? And he goes, no. It just takes so long to light that he goes, we're lucky to get, 1 shot a day on this fucking thing. And I was like, all right, I'll cruise down. Because I hadn't seen a budget that big. And, dude, it's this parking lot. It's the size of a parking lot. That's all green screened. You don't know where the fuck you are, what you're doing. And literally, it's like that. Just hand them the lines.
The directors are like, okay, say your line and then turn left,
100%. New York City's behind you. The robot's coming or whatever it is. And you're just like, all right, man.
Whatever you say, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, weirdo.
And then Batch does Power of the Dog. And, he wanted to be a little gay cowboy in a thing.
Speaking of gay cowboys, is there going to be a super gay volleyball scene in the new Top Gun?
I hope so.
If there's not, then I'm going to get up
there
and
will
walk
be.
out.
In the TV spots, there it does show that.
It does show that? Great.
Yeah, they're wearing short shorts too.
I want to see him butt fuck.
Maybe.
Did I take that too far?
You said it out loud.
I did.
Which is too far.
I don't think there's anything wrong. I think that we should have to see that now. Like I think that we need to see that.
Yeah, when you need something, that's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I mean, it's 2022. People be butt fucking.
Yeah. All the time.
Show me.
Let's do it.
Show me.
Because with the Kelly McGillis kiss, right? That was the first time you had kind of seen tongues that far out of mouths touching in cinema at that point, where you were like, oh.
Interesting.
All right, yeah, we're doing that, right?
Yep.
And I remember as a little kid looking at that, and I was like, that seems weird.
Yeah.
And then as you get older,
like, I want to do that.
Yeah, not only you want to do that, but then butt stuff comes along, and you're just like, all right, cool, let's party.
Let's do it.
But she's not in this,
no,
whatsoever. But if you're doing the tongue touch, now it's time for some just dudes butt fucking. I feel
butt fuck. Go from tongue touch to the butt fuck.
And then I think because they were revolutionary in doing that. I think that's the next logical step for Top Gun.
Especially now.
Yes. Oh, yes. Especially in today's world.
This climate, absolutely, dude. This is Biden's America, dude. We need butt fucking.
So the only thing they said in the reviews today, because I read most of them, is they were like, they don't explain what happened to Kelly McGillis.
Or Meg Ryan.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
I mean, they don't need to.
We know what happened to Meg Ryan. Her face is all fucked up.
No, I think the work's settled. Bob, can you find a recent photo of Meg Ryan? I think her work's settled. Here's what happens. So when you get older, like Nicole Kidman and them, you get the work done, and then you go away for 2 years, let it settle, and then pop back, and everything's cool.
Everyone's like, she looked great.
Yeah, because Nicole Kidman was pulling her tits out in that HBO series, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Because she's 60 and wants to party with this new body that she's created.
Yep.
And I think it's great. Okay, is that her?
This is her second to last post on Instagram. Or second to most recent.
From what date? What date is it?
8 weeks ago, March 1st.
She looks like Goldie Hawn now.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Like it's a spitting image almost. Wow. Maybe she did that on purpose.
She's like, give me Goldie.
I mean, who is Meg Ryan married to, or was married to? Who
was married to Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid forever.
He's a good-looking man. I was going to say...
Quaid holds up. So Quaid just got remarried to a 27-year-old.
Of course he did,
no. Damn it.
That's his third marriage, I think.
But Goldie Hawn's been married to homeboy this whole time.
Yeah,
right?
Kurt Russell for years and years.
Yeah.
And years.
Kurt Russell is a good-looking man as well.
I love Kurt Russell.
So do I.
But he's only been in like 25 movies or something.
Really?
It's comically small. His resume. Yeah.
But, I mean,
damn, he's good.
It's definitely. I mean, Tombstone's in my top 5.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. I've seen Tombstone like
that movie
30, 40 times probably.
That movie Soldier is really good too.
Okay.
I mean, aside from he did a bunch of romantic comedies too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Well, he's got 102 credits.
Yeah, he's got 102 credits. By the way, it's Bone Tomahawk is just the best.
Brother. Dude, Hateful Eight, he's awesome in.
Yeah. I just rewatched that recently.
Bomb. It's so good.
So fucking good. I remember seeing it and being like, wow, what a good movie. But then now I rewatched it like a couple years later and I was like, fuck, this is a goddamn good movie.
That was one of the best cinematic experiences I've ever had. I was directing a movie and I was in the edit and the render time is fucking forever. Mm-hmm. And so this editor was just like, hey dude, come back in like 4 or 6 hours when this renders out. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll just go see a matinee. I saw Hateful Eight at the Cinerama Dome in LA.
Yeah.
And they had a full score.
Oh.
Like old school. So like, you know, when the movie plays, there's a fucking score and you're like, and we saw it on, what was that? 70 film, Giorgio?
Ooh.
Was it super
70 millimeter?
70? Yeah, 70. Yeah, that's it. So you got that, and then there was an intermission.
That's cool.
In the middle of it, and then they played the orchestra played the music.
I love that.
You went back out and got more food, and then you came back in, and I was like, holy shit, dude. I was locked into that.
That is fucking cool. I love they do that at the Hollywood Bowl for certain movies, and we went to Nightmare Before Christmas with Danny Elfman.
Oh yeah.
With the movie playing, all the original actors and actresses. I got goddamn chill bumps right now. All the actors and actresses were there doing the lines with the movie as it was playing with the orchestra in the back.
That's dope.
Danny Elfman does dope shit. He just did Coachella this year.
Yeah, I was at his show.
Were you really?
I was there.
So I did not know he was the lead singer of Oingo Boingo.
I wasn't aware of that either. Dude, I didn't know what... Okay, it was so funny because... We went there, and that was the only artist I cared to see. Because Coachella, as a whole, I will go ahead and say it, is awful. It is a bad experience. The people.
Were you VIP or were you?
No, we had artist access. We were set up. We had golf carts taking us to stages whenever we wanted. It was the ultimate setup. The thing is that the people that go there were terrible. Like, they're just walking around, it just felt like people didn't care about being there as much as they cared about telling people that they went there.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It just had that energy. Like, there was no, like...
This year?
This year, yeah. There was no, like, community vibe to it. It was just, like, people that are like, yeah, I'm at Meg the Stallion right now. It was just... it's fucking weird. But, so we went to the Danny Elfman's stage, and... It was so interesting because he would do. I was really excited for the movie scoring and like all of those things because he had his orchestra there and everything. But in between, he's playing these like rock songs and they're really good.
From Oingo Boingo.
Yeah. And I was like blown away because I was like, okay, I didn't know he did this, but it was so funny because it would be like. Everyone would start filming during like his movie scores and he played like Batman, he did The Simpsons, but then as soon as his rock project came on, everyone like put their phones down. I was like,
It's a dead man's party.
Yeah.
You can ask for more. And they were like, no, I don't want to film that. That's not going to look good on Instagram.
No. And then all of a sudden heuld come out as Jack Skellington with a jacket. Like, yes, go, Danny. But it was interesting.
Was he shirtless? Somebody said he was shirtless.
Yeah, he pulled his shirt off. So, okay, so it seems like he's going through some kind of like three-quarter life crisis because...
Like Adam Levine.
Well, he's in his 60s.
Tattoos.
Yeah, he's in his 60s, right?
He just got all these tats like within the last 2 years.
68 years old. Yeah.
Grew his hair out, and now he's like rock star Danny.
Okay.
Rock star Danny. And like, by more power to him because he... fucking murders it. He's obviously a musical genius. He's probably just a regular genius too, based on hearing him talk and everything. But what an interesting show. It was.
Everybody said it was one of the best performances of Coachella.
It was definitely. I would definitely say it was the best that I saw. We didn't go to very many. We just kind of were like hanging out, just like, all right, I don't like being around all these people.
Did you make it to the Dulab at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucks with the Dulab. That's like my style. But when we went twice to the Dulab. Early in the day, I had just done like a shit ton of mushrooms, and people they had like the patchouli And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. I hate patchouli, and then on shrooms, I really hate patchouli. So like, we had to get the fuck out of there. But we came back later, and it was much better.
Well, it was weird. It was a weird year this year because Kanye dropped out.
Yep.
The Weeknd filled in where you were like, eh.
Yeah, it was. We went to that one because of Swedish House Mafia.
Yeah, exactly.
Swedish House was great.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing about Coachella is the table section where you like get the tables. Terrible view. Though, like you usually at festivals, you go to the table section and it's like that's where you want to be. You can see the stage the best, the art, everything. This is like it's like the stage is where Pete Rose jersey is right there, and you're looking at it this way, and you're like, I can't fucking see anything, and it's very far removed. Not good. Not good. So,
Are you a big festival guy?
Yeah.
You been to Bonnaroo?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Might I recommend one for you?
Yeah.
Electric Forest.
Oh, I'm going this year.
You'll have a wonderful, amazing time.
Yeah, I'm very likely performing. One of the things I do on the side is I DJ.
Oh, I thought you were going to say interpretive dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that too, but no one knows about that. So yeah, we'll definitely be at Electric Forest this
Do you
year.
know what stage by any chance?
No, but it's probably going to be one of like the smaller ones.
Forest stage or something like that?
Yeah.
Where is it, Giorgio?
Rothbury, Michigan.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite places in the world.
Why?
It's a magical forest, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just it's
In Michigan?
Yeah, well, what it was is this like forest. They built all these stages out there for this like ongoing. Originally, it was like a reggae festival or something, and Insomniac took it over because like they didn't know how to run the business at all. So Insomniac does all the dance music and stuff, and they took it over and gave it some infrastructure, pumped in a bunch of money, and now it is fucking spectacular.
I'm looking one up here. That's what I went to. One of the best ones that was out in the middle of a forest. Have you guys been to Outside Lands?
No, I haven't been to Outside Lands, but I went to the other one that's like, because Outside Lands is in San Francisco. Yeah. I went to one that's put on by the same people in Ohio, and that was fucking sick.
So you go to Outside Lands Fest, and you're like, what the fuck is
Wait, is it? It's not actually in San Francisco, right?
I
probably
took a trolley car to somewhere.
It's probably a little northeast where the
Probably.
redwoods are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was in the
Gotcha.
middle of these beautiful redwoods, and you're in the middle of this beautiful. You felt guilty that they were throwing a music festival.
Muir Woods? Is that something
Yeah.
like that?
You felt guilty that they were actually. Let's see. They'll probably have it up here. Golden State Park.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's actually over near Land's Edge and all that, or Land's End and all that shit. That's on the, I think that's on the north side before you go into Petaluma.
It's so beautiful. You felt guilty for being in this amazing forest. Like
Yeah.
just
There's a bunch of
throwing beer on the ground and shit.
No,
like,
there's a bunch of trails down through there off of that pier that at the top, on the top row, where you can run and walk, whatever the fuck, and then it goes up to this peak, and you can whale watch from there.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Shit. So you go through the forest on these trails, like Dan was saying, and then
Yeah.
you just go to these different stages.
That's cool.
And it's classic San Francisco. Well, it used to be, but
Yeah.
obviously not anymore.
Not anymore.
Now all the whales are gay now.
Yeah, and
That's tight, dude.
And everybody's taking a shit in the forest.
Do you think it sounds different when a gay whale makes whatever that sonar noise is they make? Is that the?
That was a gay. That was a gay
Did
whale.
you just pull
That
that
was a gay
off
whale.
on like is that off the cuff?
The
Yeah.
next time you go to casting and say, "Hey, do an impression of a gay whale," and just keep doing that over and over. I'm not sure you guys get it. It's a gay whale.
gay
It's
whale.
a gay whale. It's not a straight whale.
Do you guys not hear the difference? Fucking wow, you
Fucking
guys.
transphobes.
I'm canceling this audience. Disgusting.
But yeah, we went up to this fucking festival, and they had wine tents instead of like beer tents, where you're like, oh, all right, this makes sense.
I mean, yeah, you're in wine country, baby.
you are. And Eddie Vedder was there.
Oh,
Pearl Jam played.
Yeah.
And then Wu-Tang Clan. And you were
Pearl Jam-
right after. Nice.
I feel
I was
like
on the other stage. And you're just
Per-
like, all right.
Okay.
Pearl Jam is one of the few rock bands that I think it's appropriate to drink wine to, but I'm not sure why.
He drinks wine on
Interesting.
stage.
Sure, but I just I'm thinking about that in my head from all the rock bands I can think of. That's probably the only one that I would listen to and would drink wine to.
So
Interesting.
He drinks a full bottle of red, like out of the bottle on stage.
Well, he's from-
I've
Wow.
seen them maybe 4 or 5 times, and each time he's just drinking out of this bottle, and he just gets progressively more and more fucked up.
That's dope.
As the night goes on, and you're just like, all right, great. So you never know what you're getting out of them. It's either going to be the greatest show ever, and there's no limits.
Yeah.
Because I saw them play for 4.5 hours one night at the Forum on a Sunday night, and it's in LA, and
Yeah.
it's typical LA people, like they were leaving, and I was like, no, dude, he's taking requests from the audience. He's that fucked up. And so at the end, he gets super frustrated with LA, and he goes, turn on the lights here in the Forum. It was in the Forum.
Okay.
Goes, turn on the lights here in the Forum. I want to see everybody. And at this point, half the people had left because you're about 3 hours in at this point. And he goes, everybody come together. Start just making your way down to the stage. So it was like, all right. Being that fucked up at a concert and being able to see people with those bright of lights on feels uncomfortable. And he knew it. And he goes, I want you to embrace the person next to you. And so he stopped and waited for everybody to shake hands or hug or whatever. And then everybody moved toward the stage to fill in the empty seats. And then they played another hour and a half. But he was just literally asking the crowd for requests.
That's hilarious.
Did anybody yell Freebird?
Freebird. They did The Who, Baba O'Reilly.
Ooh.
They asked him to do the guitarist to play the national anthem.
Wow.
He did that. It was. And then at this point, the bars had closed down, so they had stopped serving. So he walked down into the crowd, and he had a couple bottles of red wine left on stage.
Yeah.
And he just starts pouring it in people's cups.
Jesus.
And you were like,
what a legend.
Yeah. And I'm looking around. I'm like, this is the great. I feel like I can't tell this story. It was before cell phones.
Yeah, you're like, this is history and no one's here.
No one will believe me. This is amazing. But yeah. But then another show that I saw, he was sober, and that fucker was 90 minutes flat, on the dot, in
on
and out.
point, just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Business. Get my check, head out.
Yeah. He did all the hits, sounded great, and just walked the fuck off.
There you go. Why not?
So you never know what you're going to get. When you DJ, is it like that? Is there go-to hits where you're like, dude, this will definitely turn the crowd?
Definitely. Yeah. There's because I mostly play house. I can play anything. Really, I have quite the eclectic mix on my flash drive. But if I'm being booked for a set, it's going to be within house, and it just depends what the venue is and whatnot.
What's your project name?
It's just Blake Weber.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I just put out a song last month called So LA, and it just makes fun of LA people with my homie Nitty Gritty, who...
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing bass artist.
Yeah, so check it out. It's Spotify, So LA. But that's I love that music, the culture, the dance music culture, and so I just
so does Giorgio.
I just got back from San Diego, the desert. I did a house and techno festival called Love Machine.
Okay, yeah, I had some friends that were at that.
Yeah,
it was a nudist colony, right?
It was at a nudist colony. Yeah,
nice,
pretty weird.
And he kept his dick in his pants.
I did.
You see some butts?
Saw a lot of butts. Saw a lot of old man dick.
Oh, yeah.
It grows more rings like a tree.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get bigger somehow.
No, it shrinks up.
It goes the other way.
But it's the air, too.
Yeah.
You can't just go out. Was it cold or hot?
Both.
Yeah.
It's both extremely hot and then 40 degrees, and everyone's chewing their gums off.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a great time.
Because they're all in fucking ecstasy?
Yeah. Oh, what stage is Hey, could you which way is the stage? Just I
just hand you a Whippet cracker.
Yep.
Like, you want this? I'm like, no.
Dude, no. I fucking Whippets, dude.
Whippets are for poor people.
They're the dumbest. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't understand Whippets. I don't get it.
Have you been taken there though? Have you?
Yeah. No. Okay. So during quarantine, me and my girlfriend, we went over to our couple friend's house. And they're like, tonight we're doing whippets. And I was like, oh, okay. I had only done one whippet before. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, whatever. And they had a canister and they had 500 little things. And we're like, all right, whatever, let's see what it's all about. So we start, and I think me and my girlfriend did 20 total.
Okay.
20, back to back, just
yeah.
And when I finished, every time I did it, I was like, something else going to happen? And it didn't. I was like, well, maybe next time. And so I did it again. I was like, something's going to happen? No, it's the same thing.
It's not like DMT.
No.
Where when you smoke DMT, then you smoke a little bit more and it compounds.
Yeah.
No, it's just the same
fucking
15
same
seconds.
Thing.
Of whoa, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
we finish 20, we're like, I guess we're done. This is very stupid. And the other couple that we were with polished off the other 480 whippets, and we're just sitting there just watching. I'm like, is this okay? Are they gonna die? What the fuck is going on?
Do you know how long that takes too?
No, it took hours.
Yeah.
It took hours, and I just remember finishing, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do whippets ever again. This was the dumbest thing. The next morning I woke up and I was like, I literally said, last year was weird, like, because my brain was like fucked up, and my girlfriend was like, oh no, he's retarded. Because I meant to say last night.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. One of my college roommates, that's how he made his living, was he would get a 75-pound tank and then go to fish shows. So we'd travel for the summer.
Okay.
And he was the dude. It was in a Honda Civic, and he had to pull the seat down in the back.
Yeah.
Because the tank was huge.
Yeah.
75-pound tank is big.
I know.
And so he would just open up the trunk and then shh, $5 a balloon.
Ugh.
Everybody at fish concerts all summer long, and he would just raked. I mean, just absolutely fucking raked. And that paid enough for him, like, for the year.
To be a roadie.
Essentially, yeah. And
That's stupid.
he would always get tickets. Well, he made so much money.
No, not for him. That's smart. I'm like, people do, like, whippets are something like where you're already fucked up and somebody happens to have one.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, well, I've already smoked meth tonight.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
You know what I mean?
What's a whippet gonna do to me?
I've literally, this is the first time in my 2-decade-long drug-using career. Actually, it's 2.5. Let's be real with that.
Sure.
Almost. Actually, it's almost 3 now, technically.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
Anyway,
Good for you, dude.
I've never heard of anyone planning a night of whippets before.
No.
Ever.
No.
I've literally never heard of that.
It just happens.
So can you tell me, I want to dig in on this a little bit.
Go ahead.
This couple, were they otherwise pretty boring, or what was their background like?
Well, one of them is, a relatively famous DJ.
Okay.
And it was his girlfriend. And, no, I mean, they're not boring at all. It was during quarantine, so.
Just something to do.
Just something to do.
If it's during quarantine, yeah.
LA's shut down, at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, at face value, it kind of seems like some people who had just left the Mormon church.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And they don't know how to do drugs yet. So like, oh, we're going to get on a bunch of whippets tonight. You're like, what?
Yeah, we would just go over there sometimes and just have like movie night just to like hang out with people, because it was Texas didn't really shut down per se. I heard there was like maybe like literally that first 2-week window, and then everyone in Texas was like, nah. That's what it seemed like, or at least that's what I've been told.
It's pretty much.
It was.
Yeah.
The only difference was like individual houses.
Yeah.
Families were scared and they wouldn't have their kids out or something like that. But that was kind of it.
There's a difference between cities. Like like in Austin, it was like that for a while, but like one weekend, really early into the pandemic, I went with my in-laws to, I don't even know if you heard of this place, Port O'Connor, Texas. You haven't? That should tell you everything.
Yeah.
It was like it was 2018. Like it was fucking a different world.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it was out in Dripping Springs, out where we live, where it was just like, all right.
Yeah.
It was outside the city. You're right. Austin was, I mean, shit, up until, I think it was 3 or 4 months ago, I took my kid to a toy store in Austin. They asked me to put a mask on.
Yeah.
Like,
so
what?
Dude, and LA was way worse. Like, we just got the mask mandate lifted, I believe, at the beginning of April.
Yes.
Like it was insane. So like during the actual like quarantine, like especially within that first year, it was literally like all you could do was go eat at a restaurant outdoors, if there was availability, of course, and like go just be outside.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing. You go to the grocery store. So like hanging out with people was difficult because again, a bunch of people were scared, and that's fine. To each his own. But then hanging out with other people, you had to be like, all right, are we going to your house or are you coming to our house? So it was like very planned. So this night was, we would trade on whose house we'd go to watch movies. This night we went over there to do whippets.
That's got to be some kind of record.
Like
480? Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
Dude,
dude.
we were like flabbergasted. We could not believe, because I think we left before they even finished. And they were like almost done.
I'm surprised you stayed that long in the first
Well,
place.
I've got a theory on this. So
Go ahead.
Shaq is a DJ.
Yes, he is.
Shaquille O'Neal.
DJ Diesel. He's a
DJ
trap
Diesel.
DJ.
Maybe it's Maybe he's talking about Shaq. Like, you don't get up and walk out on Shaquille goddamn O'Neal.
Yeah, was it Shaquille O'Neal, dude?
Yeah. And 480 crackers for him, that's not even that much.
No, dude.
He's probably cracking off the full tank.
That's like 10 for the rest of us. It's so funny.
When you're at these things, because we talked about this on a show maybe 2 or 3 months ago, have you seen any of these CEO DJs who are doing this shit now?
No,
because we brought it up on the show, and I was like, because there was a picture of one of them we showed, and it was like, dude was like 60 years old.
Are they actually DJing, or is it just a playlist?
No, they're actually. Well, that's what I wanted to ask.
So you're talking about the Goldman Sachs guy who played Coachella?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that article. I thought it was silly. Realistically, these guys definitely are DJing. I wouldn't go to their set. I'm not.
Show them. Put the picture up on screen. This is so fucking funny.
I mean, I get it. Like, I will say.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, no, I will say, like, I completely understand the appeal because when I first started to learn how to DJ, it was like absolutely addicting. I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. And I've been a big fan of, dance music since like the early 2000s. Like, I loved hip hop up until like 2007 or 8, and then from like 2008 to 2016, it was just dance music.
Okay.
Like, I grew up in a household where my parents were, always listening to disco, and like they're from Michigan, so naturally Motown and that kind of shit. So that was like my musical influence. I liked hip hop and funky beats. And then from 2008 to 16, it was just dance music. So I have like a really good ear for what's good. And I'm sure these guys do too. But it's just they're like, oh, this is my fun thing to be hip and young.
You don't think he's been DJing in his house for like 30 years with a CD collection on like an old pair of CDJs?
Absolutely.
This guy has been like just waiting for this opportunity.
That's all it is, and he finally got his publicist to make it happen for him.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Is it DJ? Huh? He's old as shit.
What was that? You guys want to hear a good one? All right, here's one from my great grandmother about racism.
Yeah, here's Ma Rainey.
Yeah,
you can't
tell from 1920.
You can't tell until halfway through the song whether it's pro or anti-racist.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. Is this ironic? What's going on?
I can't believe I didn't know you had tracks with Bear Grylls. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. I did.
Wait, what? The Bear Grylls? The guy who's drinking his own urine?
Not the survivalist.
It's like,
that'd be wild.
That'd be wild as shit,
dude, me and him, dude, we made a beat out in the middle of the Alaskan tundra. It was crazy, dude.
I drank my own urine.
Yeah, the beat was made of urine hitting a metal cup. It was pretty cool.
I actually probably listened to that.
Yeah.
Same here.
Right?
That's how it starts off.
It's just like, ding, ding.
The danger, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
danger.
Who is it? Who is it that has that song where the track is the bed squeak?
Oh yeah,
Roddy Ricch, the box.
Roddy Ricch,
the box.
Yeah. Box.
Yeah, so you could do it.
Yeah.
Sounds from nature.
Sounds from nature.
That's an entire genre called Jersey Club.
The problem with sounds of nature is you have to do fucking mushrooms to get everything out of that. But a lot of the time, the stuff you think is cool on mushrooms is not.
Never is.
Ever. Listen to that Post Malone Joe Rogan interview.
It's like one out of 10 ideas probably is salvageable.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe. But now you're doing stand-up everywhere.
Yeah. I just started booking dates for basically the last half of the year. Mm-hmm. So this is my first one since I guess January-ish. The first part of this year, I was just kind of working out of LA, doing some commercial work, a lot of content, had a bunch of golf podcast stuff. And so the second half is like I'm gonna really focus on touring and. In between comedy dates, there's going to be DJ dates as well, because it's kind of
double book. Get that money, son.
We even talked about doing it this weekend.
Yeah, Vulcan turns into a club after the comedy club, so you can just headline both.
There was a possibility. I don't know if they're going to do it this weekend. I'm not quite sure. But if that's the case, then maybe we'll figure something out for Saturday night.
I mean, that would be amazing.
That'd be fucking dope, too.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It would definitely be fun. But either way, it's, touring and doing this and going out there and meeting the people that are the numbers on Instagram is just like the coolest thing.
Yeah, because I speaking to that, I just saw a commercial, and I wonder if it's happening to you. Are you getting offers just because of your Instagram following? I saw a commercial for Fitbit.
Okay.
And the guy plays a keyboard. He's got long hair and a mustache.
Mark Rebele.
Yes.
Yep.
He did a full fucking, a real Fitbit commercial. They play it all the goddamn time.
Yeah, dude, he's a spectacular artist in terms of just like what he does.
Is he a real person or is that a bit? Like, what's the story with it?
Yeah, I think his musical, it's a persona, but at the same time, it's like, it's so high energy and fun. Like it can't be a real person, with that type of thing. But he's just like really talented, and he found this like niche thing that no one was doing, and he just became the best in the world at it. It's kind of similar to what Reggie Watts does. Yeah. I know Reggie Watts has been doing that for a long time, but Reggie is more like an absurdist comedian, whereas Mark Rebele is clearly, he's driving home like, I'm a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's his instrument, and it's really cool.
Dude, it's been fucking rad having you on the show.
Yeah.
Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinking Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who would you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to?
Ooh, Drinking Bro of the Week. Wow.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, dude.
Yeah,
for doing
heroic
Shaq,
performance,
dude.
man. Kidding me?
Wow.
And Rudy Gobert's out there talking about he could block his dunks. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This dude cracked 480.
Dude, what a legend. Wow. You know what? I'm going to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to my mom. It was just Mother's Day, and we were chatting, and, without her assistance and her kind of pushing me to, like, follow in my dreams and all that stuff, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So, Drinking Bro. Ma, you're the Drinking Bro of the Week, dude. So,
yeah.
Shout out my mom.
She watches the show.
I'm sure she does, dude.
Yeah.
Never misses an episode.
100%.
Yeah, she loved the Lisa Ann episode.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of that.
Of course, dude. MILF, I get it.
I know. She's about to turn 50.
Wow.
Our producer, Giorgio, may or may not talk to her in real life. Like, what's the story there? Do you guys chat offline? Well, it was a long pause there.
Whoa. Mic down.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Delco, do you have any info on that you can share?
Whether he talks to Lisa Ann?
Yes.
That's his business.
What the fuck? Are you guys in the mob? Like,
nah, we don't talk about it here. Nah.
Okay.
If there was, it would ruin it by talking about it here.
It's not fucking
Jesus
Schrodinger's
Christ.
cat, asshole.
Yeah.
It is, Dan. It
No.
literally is.
There's no superposition of not fucking yet. That's not a thing. You've
Unbelievable.
either fucked or not.
Unbelievable.
Man, Giorgio, I don't think I've ever seen you clam up like that. Silence out of you.
He's clamming, dude.
Silence out of you. That's crazy. We should actually just make him feel more uncomfortable. Let's go in tight on that camera and get him. I'm kidding. Blake, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me mostly on Instagram and all the places at Blake Weber. If you want to know more about just myself, it's at Bottle of Stottle.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Great fucking dude. Congratulations on your success. Dude.
Yeah, we're working, baby. That's all I care about.
This was a fucking blast.
Right?
For D'Anthony Holloway, Blake Weber, a.k.a. Aristotle. I am Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.
Bang.